Oh, it was an absolutely dreadful day. The storm brewed in, crackling and lightning, and spilling rain down upon the ground, and the poor old woman was out right in the midst of it, feeling very much like a drowned rat. Oh, and I'm sure I'm looking too, she said again, as she reached up and felt her matted wet hair. Oh, if only my cow had got lost. Oh, where could she be? Her cow was the only thing in the world she possessed of any value, and in the thick of that storm it had gotten loose and now lost itself. Then a terrible thought struck her. Oh, dear me, I hope she is not down by the river. Oh, I'd better go check. She quickly scurried, as quickly as she could, down to the river, where that frothing, foaming water spilled down from terrace to terrace down in the chasm. And she looked about, and then through the haze she could see the outline of her cow, happily munching grass. Oh, dear me, how did you get across there? Oh, it's worse. How am I going to get you back? Oh. Just then there was a crackle of lightning. Oh, such devilish weather. It was just then she felt a hand upon her shoulder and heard a voice. Pardon, mother, but what seems to be the trouble? She turned around to see a very tall stranger, dressed completely from head to toe in the robe of a monk of earthen brown. The cowl about his head shielded his face from her eyes, and impulsively she reached out and laid her hand upon his arm. Oh, you are dry. How? And again, what is the worry, mother? Oh, yes, the worry. My cow has somehow gotten loose, and she's right across the chasm there. Well, I don't know how she got there, but it's worse. I don't know how to get her back. Oh, is that all that troubles you? Do not worry, mother. I am a great designer. I can build you a bridge, one quick and at very low cost. Oh, you can? Oh, you are such a dear. Oh, yes, I'd love. But what is the cost? It is merely a trifle. Only that I get the first living thing that crosses. The first living thing? Oh, is that all? Oh, why, yes. And impulsively she reached out, took his hand in hers. But your hand is so warm. Oh, well, never mind. If you would build the bridge, then I shall quickly scurry home and get out of these wet clothes. And when you finish, simply come down. I'll be down the lane at the cottage. Very well, mother. You go. She scurried quickly back to her home, relieved herself of the sopping wet clothes, quickly adorned herself in nice, warm ones, and then with a nice cup of hot tea, she sat down on her rocking chair with her dog at her lap and was just about to take a sip, when she thought to herself, oh, I wonder how long it would take him. It may take a few days, but oh well. And as she drew the mug to her lips, she heard, and heard a voice. Mother, if you would come, the bridge is finished. Oh, really? Oh, so soon? Oh, how delightful. She quickly got up, made her way outside while her little dog followed her, and she followed that man down the end of the lane to where there indeed lay a beautiful but simple wooden bridge spanning that chasm like a rainbow. Here it is, mother. As you can see, it is strong, but you best fetch your cow before it falls into the chasm. Oh, yes. Oh, you are such a dear. Yes, thank you. And she made a step, and then another up onto the bridge. while the stranger watched and the dog followed at her heels. But partway up, the dog began to growl. Oh, what is the matter with you? No, I must get our cow. You stay. No, stop it, I say. And she made a few more steps, right toward the middle of that bridge. The dog reached out, clamped its teeth upon her dress, and started to pull her back. No, stop it, I say. It pulled her back as she again made another step or two toward the middle. She was now but a foot away. No, stop! It was then that she turned around and saw that tall stranger with his arms raised slightly. It had pulled up ever so slightly his robe, just enough that she could see where his feet should have been, appeared hooves, cloven hooves. Immediately she felt a cold chill like a blanket of ice around her heart. And she knew she must do something quickly, for she knew who he was. Oh dear me, what am I going to do? And her dog came to the rescue. One of the branches had fallen down in that storm and lay right at her feet. The dog picked it up and held it up to her. Oh, yes, thank you. She picked it up, threw it across the bridge, and that dog bounded happily over, clenched it in his teeth, and came scurrying back. The woman turned around, looking at the stranger. Oh, well, look at that. The very first living thing to cross was my dog, so I guess he belongs to you. In that instant, there was a furious blast of power, and flames erupted around the stranger. You silly fool! It is not your dog I want. It's your soul I seek. The flames lit higher and higher until he vanished in a puff of smoke. Oh, well, how do you like that? An old woman out of Foxtold Scratch. Oh, I swear there'll be the devil to pay. Oh, the devil to pay. Oh! And laughing at her own silly joke, she crossed the bridge, picked up the rope, and led her cow gently